A lot of fun.
No, me too. Thanks again for dropping me off and stuff.
Sure. You sure you don't want me to come inside for a drink? I'm an excellent bartender. Good with my hands.
I'm sure.
You watch some New Girl.
Oh.
Very Nick from New Girl coded, I've been told.
Tempting. I'm just kind of tired. Maybe next time?
Tired. Okay. Yeah. Oh, and thanks for paying for dinner, by the way. Oh, but you can't come inside. Why not? Why can't you come inside? Oh, because you were nice to me all night. Ridiculous.
Of course, women are misunderstanding the bigger picture here. You have to realize that for a man, getting a girl on a date is already hard enough. And then you have to realize that the only reason they're actually getting her on a date is because she wants a free meal, or she wants free drinks, or she wants attention. She never has any intention of sleeping with the guy or dating the guy or anything like beyond that. And it's frustrating to men, and this is why they end up hating women. This is why they become black pillars. This is why people watch my channel. I have the most boring life in the universe, literally. And people, hundreds and thousands of people tune in every single day to hear what I have to say. And the reason for that is because they've given up hope. They've lost faith in humanity. And that's the reason why, right? It's disappointing. And I'm sure that wasn't the first time that happened to that guy. And I hope he learns from it. And I hope he never buys a girl dinner again. I bought a girl dinner one time in my life. Never again. Actually, that's not true. Okay, first date wise, like I've gone on multiple dates and gotten girl dinner. I've had girls, pay for me and things like that. But first date, I took a girl to a restaurant, got drinks, and I never heard from her again. You could kind of see why. Especially it's like the higher quality, like the more attractive girls, is that they're not going to want to go get ice cream. They're not going to want to go get yogurt. And that's how you sort out who wants to be with you and who doesn't. Go to the park, right? To be honest, if you're just looking for a hookup, the best first place to meet up would be at your house or her house, which I've done that. I've had more girls honestly come over like the first time I messaged them, especially like off of dating apps, versus actually taking them out, because it's not worth it. It's not worth it. Because even if it had gone well, like let's say, I don't know what that guy was looking for because it's just like a 30-second clip, but let's say that he was looking for a relationship with her and then he did go in there and then they did end up hooking up. Who's to say that she wasn't going to ghost him? And then you also have to take into account that you're not the first guy that's hooked up with her the first night you went on a date with her, right? The last 2 dates ago that I went on, I ended up back at a girl's place and hooking up with her, and she was telling me the whole night that like, oh, she didn't want to do that, but it just happens. And that's the thing, is you have to realize that somebody else has done what he wanted to do, and if he had been, of course, like a more attractive guy in her eyes, then she would have let him in. She wouldn't have been like, I'm tired, right? Like that's not how it works. Like anybody that disagrees is just flat out delusional. If she had really wanted that guy and he had, of course, I'm not saying that it was all just about his looks. I mean, I'm sure maybe his energy or things like that. But at the end of a date, if you're having a great time with a girl, it doesn't just end like that. Like, oh, I'm tired. Like I remember this crazy first time I was with a girl and we went out to a club and we were probably there for like 10 to like 2. And then after 2, we end up going somewhere else and spending the rest of the night. We had so much fun. And I was thinking like, oh, she's just going to leave and probably go do her own thing or whatever. But then she actually met me somewhere else. And it was a spot where it was like, I wanted to keep talking to her and hanging out. And then obviously like try to escalate things and things like that. So I just don't buy it. I don't buy it at all. Like even if the girl did have to do something early on in the morning, that's just not how humans are, if I'm being honest too. And a lot of people probably haven't been in that situation. And don't get me wrong, like the stories I'm telling you guys are from 4, 5, 6 months ago. I haven't been on a date since the end of March. Because I just, like, of course, like, yeah, I'd love to be going in them, but I know how it is. Like, I go on dating apps, I get matches, I message the girls, they message me back, and then I ask for their number. I'm like, I don't really like to text on here. Like, I can't even get their number, like, yet alone, like, getting them to hang out, even though they say they're down, right? Because before I ask for the number, I ask if they want to hang out, and they say yeah, and then I ask for their info, and I never get it. It's a time waster. So my advice to the majority of men, if you're watching this and you're good looking, then you don't have, everything I'm saying is completely irrelevant. But if you're like, my looks are lower or like slightly above average, is it even worth it? Probably not. And good luck trying to get a girl to go on a date with you that is very like, how do I want to phrase this? Cost efficient, I guess. It's very easy to get a girl to go on a date. You guys know Hinge. I don't know if you know what Hinge is, but Hinge, you can directly respond. You can directly message girls on the app. And then if they can see your message and they can like you back. Like I would go on Hinge and there'd be girls who like, they would list out dates that they want to go on. And of course they were all like, they're going to be expensive. Like you want to take her out to eat. You want to go to the movies. You're not just going to get tickets to a movie and go into the movie. You're probably going to get popcorn, candy, and this and that. And if you don't get her that, good luck. Because she's, and trust me, I'm talking from experience. I'm not just making this up. You're going to get called some name. And the girl's just not that interested in you. But like a guy she's actually interested in, I'm not saying all girls are just going to go right over to the guy's house. But you'd also be very, very surprised, if I'm being completely honest. And yet alone, like you can live an hour from the girl. They'll make the drive. I had a girl once drive 3.5 hours to come see me because she really was into me. And yeah, it's just kind of like being handed on a silver platter. Now, obviously it wasn't like a 9, right? It was like, I don't know, like a 5.5, 6. Like it wasn't like a model or anything like that, because that no one's going to be doing that. But yeah, that's just how it is they treat people different. And I understand why people are commenting like, oh, he's putting on this show. Like, just because you pay for a girl's dinner and like you're nice to her doesn't mean you get to hit that night. But again, like I said when I first started this video, is that there's a bigger picture here. Men can't get a date, they can't get girls, and then they resort to buying them dinner, and then they drop the girl off. They pick the girl up, they pay, and they drop her off, and then they're kind of expecting to go in to hook up with the girl, and it's just not how it works. So I already know well, actually, really, honestly, I don't care what anyone says in the comments, because I rarely even read my comments, just because it's all people acting like they think they know how it is. From someone, I'm 26 years old. I've gone on a lot of dates. I used to like, sorry, I just pressed record. I didn't brainstorm this, but I used to pedestalize is the way, but I used to prioritize dating and girls over everything. And again, this was probably like a year ago, maybe even less. I finally got in my first relationship, and I hated it. And it wasn't, the girl was amazing that I was with, but just the whole concept of, like, I don't know what's going on. And she went to the gym a lot, and I don't know what guys are saying at the gym. Is somebody going to come into her life better than me? And she could cheat on me, and I would never know, because I'm dumb. And girls are, I will say, I'll give women credit that are listening. They're a lot smarter than we are. So I never would have known what was going on, right? I had to kind of take her word. And the good thing as well is that I hung around a lot of girls that she knew. So like, I think that kind of helped me, because, but like most guys aren't like that, right? Like I was always around girls. I wasn't sleeping with them, but I could have if I wanted to. But so I think like that kind of helped my odds. But like, you see what I'm getting at is stressing about that is the last thing you want to do. So my life personally has gotten a lot better when I just don't care about dating. And it's no coincidence that my business on Instagram blew up in the last month. I have, like really 90 days, but, my page went from 400,000 views to 3.8 million views in that span. I'm gonna open the door, bro. It's freaking hot, by the way. It's like 90 degrees and have my windows, no AC on and things like that. But, all right, I think that's it. I keep forgetting to actually walk around. I know some people probably think like, yeah, I'm a person, bro. I always make videos like sitting down, but that's kind of all I got, bro. But yeah, I'm just trying to help men because they're gonna get used. And there was no worse feeling than spending, what was it, like $80, $90 on that first date. It's not even about getting anything at night. It's more so about, you can't even at least continue like talking to them or maybe hanging out with them again. And what I always used to think was that if I had a really good first date like that, then like the next one would be chill. And that has happened. There was one time where I went out to eat with a girl. It wasn't like an expensive place. It was like, I probably spent like $30 or something. And then 2 days later, she invited me over to sleep over her place. And she was like a very attractive, like, Mexican girl, things like that. So it does happen, but like, not often, if I'm being honest. Majority of the dates I go on, like, I'll stay in contact with a lot of the girls, but I don't really want to see them again, just because, like, it's not just about looks, it's also about, do you see a future with them? And the majority of them I don't. And look where we're at. Look at the culture. It's not a good spot to be in, man. It's probably the worst it's ever been. So I do feel empathy for that guy. Not fully, but again, it's never just about what's in front of you. You also have to use your mind and think, logically, and think bigger. Because most people don't do that.